Hey everyone, my name is Adi. In this video we will learn how to paint metal. Drawing metal can look scary, but don't worry. In this tutorial we will cover everything you need to know, one step at a time. I choose to use gouache. You can use a different medium if you wish to. Let's see how to create the plan. I use pen on draft paper because I think the pencil is hard to see. For symmetrical objects, start with a symmetry line, a line that crosses the object in the middle and divides the object into two halves. Now, it's easier to compare the distances and to see if the two halves look the same. In this metallic object, the height is longer than the width. But if I just measure the lower part, then the height and the width are about the same length. The cover of the metal object is less than half of the height of the lower part. It is easier to draw the arched lines if you start to draw a straight line in the middle and then add the curve. When you draw, always compare a new object to the objects that you already drew. In the place where the upper part meets the lower part, there are bumps that are wider than the rest of the object. The top of the lid is thinner than the rest. The lemon hides some of the metallic object. I check out how much it covers it. I check where the lemon ends by comparing it to the lid of the metallic object. One side of this lemon is taller than the other. Because the lemon is in the front, the base of it is lower than the base of the metallic object. They can't be in the same line. We talked about these things in the video about perspective. If you missed it, you can find the link in the description of the video. Let's paint the background. When taking the photo, I placed the objects on a blue paper to match the color of the background that I want. As you can see, the blue is reflected in the metal. The surrounding affects the colors of the objects. I'm using ultramarine blue and cerulean blue. I paint around things because the blue is quite dark and I don't want it to affect the yellow. I want my yellow to be vibrant and pure, so I don't paint the lemon over a blue layer. As for the white, I will keep the white of the paper. If you paint with acrylic or oil colors, I think it's better to cover the metal with grey and to add the white later on. If you use watercolor, you can use masking fluid and cover all the metal with light grey. Don't use the dark grey because you won't be able to go over it with light colors. I will go over the background again in the end of the painting process, after all the other things are done. Let's paint the lid. The right side of the metallic object is blue, and it's hard to know where it ends and where the background starts. The blue is not always the same, so I use two different blues and search for the differences. In some places the light blue is very light, so I mix the cerulean blue with white. I go over some of the background too to create a softer transition. It is very dark where the upper part and the lower part of the metallic object meet. To create this dark color, I mixed blue and brown. Use a thin 0.0 brush or the side of a square brush. I'm adding grey. I don't go over the highlights, I keep them white. As I said before, you can also add the white. If you want to keep the white of the paper, be careful not to go over it. Plan ahead every step. In order to make a metal look metallic, you have to create a strong contrast between light and dark. So you need to have both dark shadows and highlights. The contrast will make it look very shiny. And another important thing is reflection. You can clearly see colors of the surrounding in a metallic object. I intentionally place the lemon beside the metallic object, so we will see the reflection in the metal. I'm adding a darker grey at the top and blend it with the blue inside the lid and the blue of the background. There are very soft transitions in this area. I'm adding a few lighter areas in the embossed areas that touch the dark line. I can see reflections of the lemon. I paint the reflections in yellow and in orange in the lower part. These elevated areas are actually round, so the reflections in the upper part are different than the reflections in the lower part. There are a lot of colors. I add the blues that I see while keeping the highlights white. The blue is darker in the lower part, where it's below the elevated part. It's similar to drawing lips. You have an elevated part, and it's darker below it. I paint details that I see in a darker grey. They follow the shape of the lid. There is a lot of grey in the lid, but it has variation in darkness, and some areas have a touch of color in them. This is a mixture of orange and grey. creating the left side of the lid. I blend the lid and the background to create a softer transition, just like I did in the right side. When you paint highlights, look closely at them. They can have a darker area beside them, and also a light area, not as white as a highlight, but it creates a gradient effect. So not all the surrounding of the highlight looks the same. Pay attention to these things. Painting metal, like anything else, requires practice, but it's not as difficult as it seems. Just follow the explanations in this video. In the next video, we will take it one step further. We will paint the twisted reflections. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon. Bye bye.